What we're learning to do in this lesson is to identify and graph parallel and perpendicular lines in the coordinate plane. And to do that, we're going to start by looking at two equations, y equals 2x plus 3, and the other is y equals 2x minus 2. The first thing you're going to notice about both of these equations is they have the same slope. That would be m equals 2. Now if we go ahead and graph some of the numbers like we've been using, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2 for both equations, we're going to start by saying -2 times 2 is -4 plus 1 is -1. -2 plus 3 is +1. 0 plus 3 is 3, 5, and 7. And the same thing goes if we do the multiplication for -2. That's -6. We're going to wind up with -4, -2, 0, and 2 for our line for the bottom equation. Now let's go ahead and graph some of these points. -2, -1 would be right here. -1, +1, 0, 3, 1, 5, and 2, 7. And if we go ahead and use our line tool, we're going to wind up with a line that goes right through here. Very nice and neat. So the next line we're going to graph is y equals 2x minus 2. So if we go ahead and start by plotting that we have -2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, goes right here. -1, 4 here. 0, 2, 1, 0, and 2, 2. And now if we take our line tool again, we're going to see that we have a line that goes right through those points. And if I had done that perfectly, you would see two nice parallel lines through the coordinate plane. What we're going to talk about in the next section is perpendicular lines. And you can see now I've kept up the one equation, 2x plus 3. And what I've done in the lower equation, instead of using y equals 2x minus 2, I've substituted that in for y equals -1/2 x plus 3, and you're going to see why in just a second. So now if I plug in -4 into this equation, I get +2. 2 plus 3 is 5. If I go -2, that would cross off and be a +1. That would be a +4 would be our answer. Then we'd have 3 and 2 times -1. 1 is 2. And 1. And we can go ahead and graph those points now. So if we go -4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We go -2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 0 is 3. And 2 is 2. And 4 is 1. And now we go to our line tool and we can see we have a nice line right here that goes across. And again, if I had drawn that perfectly, we would see that this angle right here is a right angle and we have a perpendicular line. Now let's take a look at y. If you see right here we have a slope of 2 in the first equation, m equals 2, and our slope in the second equation is m equals -1/2. If you're trying to see the relationship between those two slopes, you'll notice that 2 and -1/2 are negative reciprocals of each other. So if you take the negative reciprocal of one slope, then you flip it over and make it negative, that will be a perpendicular line. So we take the negative reciprocal, and that's how we find a perpendicular line.